Hi again. Gonna talk about axes today. Different types of axes, some different techniques. So on my right, I've got a small axe, medium-sized axe, and a big axe. So I'm gonna talk about those, and I'll start with the little hatchet, very popular axe. But also, the smaller the axe, the more dangerous it is, because when you miss, it's in your knee. So you have to take precautions to use an axe like this. I'm going to show you now. Don't like gloves while working. So what are you going to chop with this one? Well, like this size, it's easy. Bigger you can, but it's a lot of work. So what I want to do is I want to chop this. First see if there are any branches. So there's a branch, a piece of a branch. So I don't want to cut it here, I want to cut it there. And what I don't want is to have it close to me. I want to put it as far as possible on a piece of wood, so this is my break. So if I miss, I'm gonna hit it here. Would I stand up like that? No, too dangerous. So I'm gonna sit down. I'm right-handed. That means that I'm sitting on my right knee. My left leg is that way. My right knee is here, a bit to the side. So when I miss, I won't hit my knee or my leg. So what you're gonna do is just hit. Check it out. And if you can't stand anymore, you're gonna hold more. You're gonna hold it with another piece, and not with your fingers. As far as possible. So that's the easy way to split wood with a small axe hatchet. Sometimes you want to split this. You're gonna put it. You're gonna lay it on the piece of wood and just cut it like that. Not that hard. Again, be careful. Put it far away. So this is your break. Right leg on your knee. Aside, maybe a bit further, but still you gotta sit like easy. So don't be cramped all out. That's about it. So it's not that hard. I like these because you can throw with them. So next one, my favorite size axe is this one. Medium size, but this one I can do really everything. If I want to chop down a big tree, chop wood, anything else, I'm gonna can make it a little so shorter to work with. But this has a nice swing, and I like this size. But still, again, if you miss, going to hit your leg. So with these axes, I always say you gotta squat a little. So make yourself a bit smaller when you use it. So if you miss, it's going in the ground and not going there. So again, a little squatting. So if you miss, it's going in the ground. Sometimes you see people squat like that. That's not necessary. We're not in a gym. Again, I'm gonna put it far away. So if I miss, it's going to hit the tree before it hits the ground. This one is a bit in the way. You always see people aim. Normally, if you know your axe and you know how to use an axe, you don't have to aim. Just hit it. Don't have to aim. Eye, hands. So next one, the big axe. This is my favorite with this kind of work because what I miss is going in the ground, so it's safe. It's got a large head, so it's heavy. So with chopping wood, that's easy. Something more about technique. How do you stand? Well, I will say center. Don't go and stand like that. Just center. Never one leg in front of you, both legs here. And when you lift it, you pick it up with two hands, one hand here and the other one low. Go it high and then you slide. So again. Up, high, slide. That's it. Slide. That's it. So I prefer having a big piece of wood and a small piece, but sometimes this one is big as well. So you can't put it really on the side. Gotta center it anyhow. Don't want to cut this. So I'm gonna turn it. I'm chopping oak, by the way. I'm gonna try and cut it over here. So don't have to chop like an idiot. Speed is strength. It's all technique. Lift it up, put it on my shoulder, and the weight of a piece of wood chops it. Easy. Now I've got space. No squatting. Easy doing. Just lift your wrist a little. Small. Do I have to aim? Normally not. See if this one stands. See if I have to aim. Don't think so. Hopla! So what if I don't have a piece of wood to put my log on, or the log won't stand because I chopped it with an axe and not with a chainsaw? I'm gonna use a tree that's already down. So I'm gonna put it there. And now this is my break. So I'm gonna aim, try to chop it. So this is gonna be my break. See? That works. I could also do it like this. Now I gotta watch out with my legs. More possibilities. A child can do the laundry. Again, it's no rocket science. So, as as you all might know, I'm a sports instructor. That means that I analyze movements so I can improve technique. I do it with athletics, but using an axe is also a movement. And if you analyze it, I got a few things to say about the technique. So it's a resume of what I talked about earlier, most of it. So first I'm going to talk about these axes, like the middle size and the big axe. And they're about the same how it works. So first, your standing position. It's going to be like centered, so you're like firm. Not like this, you don't need it. And not like this, because there's no balance. I do switch while I chop wood. Sometimes it's safe to keep my legs together, sometimes it's safe to get a bit spread, but mostly I'm standing like this. Then you want to have your axe getting on a target like as horizontal as possible. So what you see a lot of people do, they keep their back straight and they go and squat. I don't do that. I maybe squat a little, bend the knee, that's about it. That's the only time I bend the knee. So what I do, I just lean forward, which is much easier. You know, with squatting, let's say it's safer because if you squat, you're gonna hit the ground. That's true. But if you lean forward, same thing. And if you combine the two a little, it's even maybe better. But I mostly, when I got a log like this while chopping on that one, I don't have to squat. So that's one. So keep your back straight, not necessary, and not like the ideal movement for me. Leaning forward is. So you still got your axe horizontal. Second thing, if you go like that, you might have to squat. But if you lift your wrists a little up, you don't have to squat. So the squatting is, I don't know why everybody teaching that, because you can do it with your muscles here, go that way, and these muscles pick you up. So it's not bad for your back. If you got a back problem, okay, but if your muscles strong enough, that's not a problem, not at all. So the squatting is not my technique, for sure. I just lean forward. Lean forward, lift it up a little, and it's gonna be horizontal. If it's gonna be really low at the ground, I maybe even lean further forward. So, second thing, if you lift your axe, you're not gonna lift it like this. No, you're gonna grab it here, lift it up, and then slide and swing. So lift it up, high, slide and swing. That's the technique. And you can change your hands while doing that. Left under, right under, or right up, left up. Big axe is totally the same. Nothing changes. So up, up, slide, go there. Now I'm squatting. What if I lean forward? You don't have to squat. Well, I like to not have my legs totally straight, but a little bent, but still, hop. Lift it up a little, hop. It's gonna be horizontal enough. So, what if I wanted to chop this? It's really low by the ground, so, but it's the same thing. I don't want to hit it here. I want to hit it on that side. So what I'll do is stand right here and just lean forward. Maybe squat a little lean forward, lean forward. So when it misses, it's going that way, so my legs aren't really spread out, because then it's going to be much more dangerous. And if I want to finish it off, I step to the other side and lean forward. If I miss, it's going to be there in the ground. If I miss like that, it's going to be that way. What if your hatchet is, or your axe, is not as small as a hatchet, but also not as big as the one I mostly use. So this is this type. This is also Fiskars. They don't make this anymore. So we train a lot with these. And as you can see, these are a bit smaller. The head is heavy, but the handle is shorter than the one I use. So with this one, you gotta adapt your technique again. So it's going here, and even if I lean forward, it's still, well, quite dangerous. So with this one, I do recommend you squat. So you up, lean forward, and you bend the knee. That's the reason I don't use this one. No, but bend the knee a little. Don't have to go all that way, but still think about it, because if you're training with this one, the handle is much shorter, so you still gotta adapt to your axe, to this one. That's it. Again, the small hatchet, I already talked about it, I'm going to show you again. It's made for one hand, not two hands. So I'm using it only with one hand, my right hand, because I'm right-handed. Kneel down, chop like this. Make sure if you miss, it's going to be in the ground or in this piece of wood. So right-handed, left knee up, right knee down, and a bit further away. So if you go like this, you're not going to hit anything. This one is frozen.